Hi everybody, welcome to Carus Green. Not just quite as nice as it was last week, but as you can see from the weather behind me, it's a little bit chilly. We had a cracking May. Thank you everybody. Thank you for all your very positive comments about the golf course. It has been an absolute treat this month and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. A few bits of news to bring you straight up to date with at the moment. Tomorrow, the road between Carus Green and Burnieside is going to be closed for 2 days. That's the 6th and the 7th of June. As you probably know, it's been closed the other way for a couple of days as some sort of electrical cable emergency. But bear that in mind. If you come into the club on the 6th or the 7th of June, you need to come through town. So that's first important point. Second thing to bring you up to date with is I promised you a car park, if you remember. And as you can see by this wonderful footage, we have got a car park. That's going to be fully in play. Well, it already is really, but we've just got a few fence posts to put in. So great work by Warren and the team to get that done. A few other little bits and bobs. We had the Faldo Regional Final last week, which was an incredibly successful day. I don't know, 70 odd young kids from all over the north of England. Those that have qualified, best of luck to you down at the Belfry on the 20-odd of August, I think it is. Congratulations to everybody who qualified from there. Well done. A huge congratulations to our ladies. The ladies won the North Lancs and Westmoreland Scratch Team Shield. Not only did they win it, they retained it. So a fantastic performance from all our better players, all our lady lower handicappers to get that far. Last piece of news is what happens next week. Festival week, and that's who we're going to talk to today. We're going to talk to Simon Edwards. Simon Edwards is one of our teaching pros here and he runs our Pro-Am, so he's got everything to tell us about what's happening in our Pro-Am this year, where it's got to, the history of it, everything about our Pro-Am. But what I want to talk to you about is all the other events that go on that week in our festival week. Up on the screen now you will see the other availables. There is a Texas Scramble on the Sunday after the Pro-Am. I think the Pro-Am's full on Saturday. There's a team event on the Friday. There's plenty of spaces in that. I think there's about 10 spaces in that, top of my head, which is a 2 from 4. So get your names down for that. And finally, there's a senior event on the Wednesday. I think that's nearly full, but there are a few little bits and bobs. So that keeps you up to date with all the news that's happening at Carus. What we'll now do is head over to Simon's office on the driving range, and he's going to tell us all about this year's Pro-Am. Okay, so here we are in Simon's office. For those that don't know, this is Simon Edwards, who's one of our illustrious teaching professionals. And on top of that, Simon runs our Pro-Am, which sits right in the middle of Festival Week. So, Simon, what have we got to talk about with the Pro-Am this year? What have you got to tell us?
So the great thing with the Pro-Am this year is we've grown it to probably the biggest Pro-Am in England, to be honest. We've got...
Is that all?
Is that all? Yeah, we've got 53 teams turning up and 4, so we've got over 200 people playing in the event.
That's magic, isn't it?
To play on our great golf course. The golf course will be in great condition. And it's become part of, because it's grown so big, it's become part of the CPG International Series. So
right.
CPG is an organisation I work for. And we have a series of events all around the world, and the Carus Green Pro-Am now is part of that, which is a huge coup for us. The winner of the event, or the professional winner of the event, a week on Saturday, gets an invitation to the CPG Grand Final in Belgium at a place called Bois de Lon. So that's another great thing for the Carus
Isn't
Green
that
Pro-Am.
just, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to come from, fairly humble beginnings to where we are now, like you say, 50 teams, prize fund.
We're playing for, with the Pro and Amateur prize fund, close on £10,000.
£10,000.
Yeah, which is a great prize fund for a really affordable entry fee as well. So we try to give great value, but give a great experience and give great prizes back.
But a huge amount of that prize fund is from our sponsors, isn't it? The sponsorship of this is like, I know we always bang on about sponsors, but without that sponsorship money, all the advertisers put in, it's not happening, is it? It's simple as that.
We have great sponsors year round, but for the Pro-Am, they're brilliant. Sharp Paving do it, Dean Taylor does it, We have, multiple sponsors. Carlsberg are helping us out with a halfway house.
Sure. BMW have all the cards here.
We'll have all the cards
Lloyd
here.
BMW do everything for us sponsorship-wise.
So Zoe's foot and ankle business. So we have a multitude of sponsors, and we're very, very grateful to those people.
Yeah, a huge thank you from me personally to everybody that puts their hand in the pocket. I know you don't need to, but you do it to help the club. It's absolutely massive, and it is a big day for us these days. It's a big deal. So thanks for that.
And we've got Joe Dean, European Tour player, coming back as well this year for the 3rd year in a row. Joe's great because this is actually his stag weekend. So, he plays golf for a living, and he's just thinking, I'll have my stag weekend to play a Pro-Am. So that's the draw of the event.
Now, I know you can put a bet on this, can't you? I think if you not that I would advocate betting at all, but if you are thinking of having a bet on Joe Dean, just try and remember it's his stag weekend.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you look at our Facebook profiles, if you want to go do that, it's all the links are on there. So it's magic. It's going to be a great event, and we do get quite a lot of people coming down to watch as well. So obviously Joe's playing. We've got Dave Shacklady from Legends Tour playing.
Cool. Gary Wilson-Home, Gary. What about you? Are you going to be going to Belgium? Are you going to be winning?
No.
Right, no.
There's definitely no chance. I'm fully retired now. So after...
I'm sure we could talk.
No, definitely not. It hurts too much now when I play. I'd rather make the event a great success rather than me go out and chop it round in 74.
Well, that all sounds great. Now, as part of the setup that you do, obviously, as well as being a tournament organiser and as well as being a golf coach, you also have another world, don't you, which we're going to talk about in a minute, which is your refereeing world and tournament setup world, which is very helpful when you're setting a tournament up, is that you actually do that as well.
So setting the golf course up for the Pro-Am is what I do in my other life. So I'm very fortunate that I work for DP World and Ladies European Tour and CPG and the PGA, and I'm a tournament director for some, I'm chief referee for others, and I get an opportunity to go around the world. I was in France at Evian last week. I'm off to Holland in a couple of weeks, and I've just got a refereeing role at Solheim Cup. So that's a huge...
Solheim Cup?
Yeah, so I get to do Solheim Cup, which would be
fantastic. What a miserable, boring life you have.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the great thing is my wife loves it because I'm never at home.
You're not at home.
Yeah, I'm never ever at
So
home.
you must love coming back here and teaching idiots like me. It must be such a relief for you.
The great thing about my life is I never get stale doing anything. Because I've spent time here doing this, the coaching bit, which I love. Yeah. And then I get a break from this doing that. So... And
the golf mates stuff, you did a load of stuff with the golf mates. That was great, wasn't it? For Liam doing and stuff on there. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Sure. So, the tournament stuff I really enjoy. And that's why I don't miss playing. Because I'm around golf all the time. And, last week...
Not much room for playing, really.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah,
not much room for practicing.
Sure.
You spend time around... girls like Helen Bream last week who won in Evian, and she's such a great player. It'd be great to see how she gets on at Riviera this week. Fantastic. But the LET stuff's really, really interesting. I think I'm doing about 14, 15 tournaments for them this year. Yeah. And it's, like I set the golf course up here the same as we would set it up for an LET event. So the challenge at the Carus Green Pro-Am is very close to the challenge you would see on tour. So it's a very cool idea.
Well, the condition of the course, and I know, I mentioned this in the introduction that, Warren's got this to a level. And what's really interesting about this now is you would normally peak for a Pro-Am. You would peak the condition of the golf course. Sure. I'm not sure we do that anymore. I think that Warren seems to get it at the greens running at this ridiculous speeds, like 12, 13. And we have that day in, day out. You come on a Monday afternoon, you're going to get a really quality tournament course, and I think that's so cool.
I think what it comes down to is that for tournaments on tour, they peak for a week because they've only got to peak for a week.
Yes,
we have to peak for 52 weeks a year, and the consistency of our golf course is incredible with the work that Warren does and the investment that goes into the golf course. That we can produce a product year round that is so consistently good, as opposed to on tour we're just trying to get it right for 1 week a year, and everything builds into 1 week a year. And,
brilliant.
it's very cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. So there we go, guys. Simon Edwards, just another guy who's down here at Carus Green, but doing so much more than what he does at Carus Green. But crucially this week, he runs and does an amazing job, along with all his helpers, Dave Turner and Kyle, obviously Warren getting the course together, Mike and all his team, and Joe in the kit, and everybody else. It's a huge team event, is the Pro-Am, but heading it up in terms of the organisation is Simon. Thank you so much, pal.
My pleasure.
Thanks for coming on our little chat.
Pleasure.
And we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.